Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask John Hood and Chris Fitzsimon, the winds of change are blowing for the UNC Board of Governors. At a recent meeting, a proposal was put forth. The governors should hire their own separate staff instead of relying on staff from the president's office. I'd like for you to give us your thoughts on the idea. Chris, I'll start with you.
Well, I'm not sure why it's needed. There were a lot, remember the vast majority of this board, almost all of them are Republicans. If the proposal failed, because I think there was a tie vote in the committee that was going to propose it, and some of the longtime Republican members said they thought this was, would send the wrong message to President Spellings, who they were all excited about bringing here. Traditionally, the staff of the president has served the board well. I don't understand the big, what the dilemma is. If the board can freely call on the staff, works closely with the President Spellings, they always have. I'm glad they made the decision, at least for now, not to do it.
John, I thought the State Board of Education had their own separate staff. What's the difference between that and UNC Board of Governors?
Well, the idea of giving a regulatory or oversight body its own staff is, frankly, a fairly old and traditional idea. It's a response to something called regulatory capture. Essentially, you have an organization that's supposed to exercise oversight, but all of its information comes from the people it's supposed to exercise oversight with, and that is a problematic area. It creates perverse incentives. So providing some staff for the board to be able to run some things down provides the independence that allows the board to exercise oversight. It doesn't have to be assumed to be a slap on against the individuals that are being supervised by the oversight board. Now, if the board is meddling in day-to-day affairs, that's a legitimate complaint. But I think having all the information, having served on a lot of boards and staffed organizations with boards, unfortunately, boards lack the ability to exercise oversight if everything they know is told to them by the people that they're supposed to exercise oversight with.
And this is supposed to be just an overall policy-making board.
Well, we're going to see, and I think that's the fear, and I think it is. I think that the board does want to meddle. It's interesting that the General Assembly, talking about boards, actually cut the staff of the State Board of Education. So we're going to say now we need a separate staff for the Board of Governors. They eliminated the position of the main staff person of the State Board of Education. So talking about regulatory capture.
So is this going to rear its head again, John?
Eventually, this kind of thing will come up again. It is really a sort of a good governance question. I know it's got all this other political stuff shoehorned into it, but this is a long-standing issue for some of us.
Conservatives want bigger government, it sounds like.
Good governance requires oversight.
We're not going to open that can of worms. Thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.